What's up, everybody? It's Adam Oliver here from Decentralized Strength and Conditioning. I am a strength and conditioning specialist, and today I'm going to walk you through my favorite dynamic warm-up. Before we actually get into the dynamic warm-up, let's talk about its purpose. The purpose of the dynamic warm-up is twofold. The first part is to continue to bring our body through a full range of motion, but more athletic range of motions now. We're going to add a little bit of speed and a little bit of intensity into it. And the second aspect is to continue to increase our heart rate. We will be less likely to get injured if our body temperature has elevated enough to allow our muscles and our joints and our tendons and all that good stuff to be fully warmed up. First movement we're going to do is the forward marches. This is a continuation of the knee hug exercise, but we're also focusing on a little bit of sprint technique here as well. And when we bring our knees above 90 degrees, we're actually working on those hip flexor muscles more. So we want to make sure that we're bringing our knees up nice and high, then we can also pump those arms a little bit as well. And when I'm hitting the ground here, my whole foot is going to hit the ground. And all we're going to do is just walk forwards for this. Now we're going to do the same marches, but we're going to go sideways. So we just did some forward marches. So that is a linear direction. Now we're going to do some lateral work. So we're just going to march, slowly start moving to the left. And we want to keep our feet pointing straight ahead the whole time. We're not trying to cross over, just small little steps. Getting our knees up nice and high. Whole foot hitting the ground. Another thing we can do is think about keeping the toes up when we do this as well. So just pump those arms. Bring the knees up. Make sure the whole foot's hitting the ground. We also want to keep our chest up nice and tall. Now we're going to go do those same two movements, but we're going to add a little bit of a bounce into them. So what you're going to do is start in place here. We're going to do the forward marches with a mini bounce. So start marching, then you're going to add a little bit of a bounce, a little bit of a skip, and then you're just going to start skipping forwards. So when your foot hits the ground, make a little bit of a bounce, make it a little bit more athletic feeling, and we're going to be moving forwards when we do this. We're going to do the same exact thing for the lateral marches, or the side-to-side marches as you can call them. So we start in place, get those knees up, whole foot hitting the ground, chest up nice and tall. You're going to add a little bit of a bounce and start moving sideways slightly. Very small movements. You're trying to push the ground away that way. So I'm trying to push the ground away. It'll be the same thing coming back. We'll start with the march. Make it easy here. Add a little bit of a hop. And that would be your lateral marches with the mini bounce. Movement is going to be butt kicks, or we can call it knees up, heel up, just like this. Okay, so our heel is kind of kicking our butt. We don't have to do this here. We tend to overextend our back too much. We just want to think about bringing the knee up so that heel taps the butt. Okay, so it'll be just like this. All we're going to do is add a little bit of speed into that, and those will be your butt kicks. The next dynamic movement is going to be the lateral walks or the sideway walks, and if we can do it without any pain or we don't have any type of knee injury or hip injuries, then we can do it with a little bit of speed, and I'll show you that here in a second. The lateral walks will be really great to warm up the outside of our legs and the inside of the legs, the abductors and the adductor muscles. It's going to work on our shins, it's going to work on our calves, it's going to work on our feet as well. Keep our feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Athletic stance, stick the butt back. All we're going to do is push off this leg and take a step with that right leg. So we're just taking little crab walks, focusing on if I'm going to the right, I'm using my left leg push. If I'm going to the right or the left, I'm using my right leg to push. Now if I'm going to add a little bit of speed into this, all I'm going to do is make an athletic stance. I'm going to move, then I'm going to stop really quick, stopping on a dime, and then I'm going to go again the other way, and then stop nice and fast on a dime too. So the goal here is to be able to move really quick and then decelerate and stick the landing. Let's talk about the walk-in crossover exercise, both in front and behind. And if you have no issues or have any type of pain when you do this, then you can add a little bit of speed into it, and we call that exercise karaoke. What we're going to do is make that athletic stance. We're going to cross the outside leg in front, then that same leg, the right leg is going to come back so that you're facing a good athletic position. Then you're going to cross that outside leg behind, and then face square again, cross in front, face square, cross behind, face square. Same thing on the way back here, cross in front, cross behind. Now if we can add a little bit of speed into it, it will look just like this. Cross in front, cross behind. So the moving version is commonly called karaoke. Dynamic movements we're going to talk about is the back pedal or the backwards walk exercise. The backwards walk will be a version that is great if you have any type of lower body injuries or just don't feel comfortable adding any type of speed into a back pedal yet. So for the backwards walk, all we're going to do, once again, bend the knees, butt back. We're going to keep our nose over the toes the whole time, and we're just going to walk backwards. So once again, the big key here is keeping the nose over the toes, because if we stand up, we could fall over backwards. That's how you fall over backwards, is if your nose, the center of gravity, isn't over your toes. So we want to think about pushing the ground away. Now if we can do it without any type of pain or issues, we can add a little bit of speed into it, pushing the ground away. And then you might just need to look behind you to make sure that there's nothing there, so you can stop on the line. The last exercise for the dynamic warm-up will be the backwards reach-in walk or the backwards reach-in run. All we're going to do is lean forward once again, but we're going to reach behind. So once again, we still want to keep the nose over our toes. We're just reaching behind us. that concludes the dynamic warm-up. Now that you have your heart rate elevated, your body temperature at a good place, you're really going to decrease the chances of getting injured in the next exercise block, which should be your power and core circuit. We want to do our power and core circuit right after we're warmed up, and we have all the energy that is required to perform the exercises with the speed and intensity that is required. And then from there you can go on to your strength or muscle workout, and then you can finish up with some conditioning.